Yo, what is good everybody, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, as you probably already read in the title description or the thumbnail, or as you can see here next to me, we're going to be talking about the latest from the team over at Jumpman, more specifically the Jordan 1 True Blue. Now, just before we proceed, I did want to give a special thank you and shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Keeps. If you didn't already know, 2 out of every 3 men will experience a noticeable amount of male pattern baldness by the age of 35. That's a majority of us. Fortunately, there is something you can do about it. The Keep system is designed to prevent and in some cases reverse the effects of male pattern baldness. Now, this isn't just another baseless claim in a sponsored ad because I'm a legitimate customer. As a matter of fact, a link below is my full testimonial video of what happened when I lost my hair and how I used Keeps to recover it. When it comes to hair loss, reversing it is very rare, so prevention is key. Go ahead and hit the link in the description to go ahead and get a full rundown of the Keeps system in addition to the best offer available. They really did appreciate that testimonial video that I did do, so they're giving us the best promotional rate. Thanks again to Keeps for making this video happen. Without further ado, let's jump right back into today's sneaker review, all centered around the Jordan 1 True Blue. The color scheme on this sneaker is true blue, white, and cement gray. It's set to release on January 14th, 2023 at a standard Jordan 1 retail price of $180. As with all Jordan 1s, highly suggest going true to size. I personally can range anywhere from an 8.5 to 9. This pair here is a size 9 and they fit great. Now, this isn't just another standard pair of Jordan 1s, as they come with a bit of storytelling being based all around commemorating the 35th anniversary of the Jordan 3, which is this year 2023. To go ahead and celebrate that iconic sneaker and silhouette, Jordan Brand gave us a special colorway that was really made popular by the Jordan 3 decades prior. In Nike's own words taken from the sneakers app, Nike states 3 + 1 = a whole new icon. Celebrating 35 years of the Air Jordan 3, these kicks combine the classic Air Jordan 1 silhouette with an original AJ3 colorway. Crafted to the 85 specs, it's got premium leather, a high top collar, and the woven tongue label that you know and love. Bold splashes of true blue throughout. Check out the Wings logo. Stand out against the layers of white and cement gray. And the finishing touch, the Nike Air Cushion underfoot lets you keep pace so nothing holds you back from stepping out in style. More on that in just a little bit, but as I kind of already mentioned, Nike definitely put on their storytelling hat with regard to the shoe. But before we proceed, let's go ahead and rewind a little bit to kind of discuss and show you the unboxing process so you guys can kind of know what you can come to expect as well as what comes in the box. To go ahead and start things out, as you can see, you get a special blue Jordan 1 box, one that is reminiscent of the shoe of reference, the 85 Jordan 1. Nike definitely let you know as it is depicted in the text on the box. Transitioning to what's inside the box, you're greeted with plain white paper shoe horns that replaces the standard cardboard ones that generally come with Jordan 1s, and an additional boxed pair of replacement white laces in case you want to go ahead and change the laces that the shoes come with, which are true blue. And lastly, of course, you've got the sneakers themselves. And now jumping right into the details that comprise this upper, as previously mentioned, you've got a slightly altered silhouette from standard modern Jordan 1s, as you do have a slightly higher ankle collar that is made to look like an OG 1985 pair of Jordan 1s. You've got different leather panels that comprise the upper, namely the true blue for the eye stays as well as on the toe cap, white semi-tumbled leather for the toe box as well as the center panels, and then you've got that cement gray that comprise the ankle as well as the collar. The interior lining is a really nice shiny true blue, which does match pretty close to that of the true blue of the leather panels. What I will say, however, is that there's a slight variation, which does make sense as it's a totally different texture and material. So it's not perfect for those of you guys who are very meticulous, but it's definitely passable. It looks very, very good and complementary. As with all Jordan 1s, you've got the standard midsole and outsole, the midsole being white, and then the outsole being cement gray to go ahead and match the panels for the ankle as well as the heel. And now referring back to Nike's original quote and selling points, if you will, they kind of talked up the concept of them being like a rendition of the 85, the leather being a top tier and so on and so forth. And these are just my opinions, but in my mind, I feel like some of these facts were slightly exaggerated or overstated. Now, that's not to say this is a bad sneaker, please bear with me, but I will say the variation is extremely subtle between this pair and a modern pair of Jordan 1s. They are taller. It's by maybe a centimeter. The leather isn't bad, but I definitely wouldn't constitute it as like a standout pair of Jordan 1s in relation to leather quality. Now that I come to think about it, when I take into account the neutral gray 85s that released in 2021, I feel like that was a bit more accurate in relation to making a shoe that kind of commemorates that silhouette, mainly due to the fact that the stiffness of the leather on that pair really reminded me of an 85 shoe. Now, that's not to say that's a bad or a good thing per se, or one's better. It's just my personal opinion and something that I thought was worth noting. Like I said, the leather is not bad, but rather it's a bit more mid-tier, and I wouldn't call it premium leather as stated on the sneakers app. Now, just before I share with you guys my overall thoughts and opinions, I did want to preface this last point with ultimately all this stuff is subjective. It's totally arbitrary, and these are just my thoughts. With that, I actually really like this shoe. I love the color blocking, though it doesn't particularly do anything amazing, if you will. The leather quality is pretty mid-tier. The collar, though advertised as an 85 style of collar, isn't necessarily that much higher. And really the only standout to me was the Wings logo. I really do love the color scheme overall. I think this could be a really great addition to anybody's wardrobe. I've always really loved the color scheme of the True Blue Jordan 3. And so it's really nice to see that overall look on a Jordan 1. I love the fact that they didn't add the elephant print. I feel like elephant print on a Jordan 1 just does not look right to me. And so for that reason, that was a big W in my opinion. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't do anything excellent. It doesn't do anything standout, but it does everything good. Last thing, as a bit of a side note, upon opening these shoes, my fiance walked into the room and she voluntarily stated that I really like those shoes. They're really cute, quote unquote. And this is something she doesn't always do, generally speaking. I have to walk in and kind of ask her about the shoes if I'm kind of fishing for compliments, out of which she's happy to oblige on. For these shoes in particular, she really liked them. She had a lot of really positive things to say. And the last time that happened was for the Obsidians, which ultimately ended up being like the TikTok shoe. So take that with a grain of salt. This could be the next TikTok shoe. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. That's going to be my overall review on these sneakers. Please be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. If you are interested in following up around the series on these sneakers here, if you guys are OGs to the channel, you follow the channel or have seen the videos, anytime we bring in early sneakers, which is pretty much any hype sneaker for this channel, I do like to do an all-encompassing series where I begin with an unboxing and review, kind of take them out to go shopping with, building outfits, and then I do like a big styling video to conclude each respective sneaker series. It's been here on the channel quite a few times, as I've done it with Travis Scott, the Lost and Founds, and a multiplicity of other sneakers. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It would mean the world if you did, because it does help me keep this content coming, and it does encourage me to keep bringing in more early sneakers, no matter how expensive they continue to get. Anyways, guys, as always, it's a major privilege to get to serve you through making content. I will catch you in the next upload. Peace and be blessed.